Replacing the EGR valve, or exhaust gas recirculation valve, is pretty straightforward, and you don't want to follow the shop manual, which will have you remove the intake first. That is absolutely not necessary. By doing that, you're simply creating more work for yourself, and there is also no need to remove the turbo and intake. Instead, in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your EGR valve without taking out the entire intake system. This will work for most vehicle models, except for a few car brands where the EGR valve is hidden or difficult to access. By the way, this video is a continuation of our other video here, where we talk about symptoms and how to identify a damaged, faulty, dirty, and clogged EGR valve. So be sure to check that one out if you've not already seen it, to be sure that the EGR valve is actually the problem, and whether your best course of action will be to replace it or to just clean the valve. In most cases, EGR valves often malfunction when they become stuck open or closed due to carbon buildup. In that case, cleaning will just solve the problem, and we showed that in the previous video linked in the description box. However, when the valve is damaged or worn out, you need a replacement. And here is how to replace the valve. To change an EGR valve on most types of vehicles, you'll need the following tools and items: ratchet and sockets for removing bolts and nuts, a torque wrench to ensure proper bolt tightening, a gasket scraper or knife to remove old gasket materials, a new EGR valve for your specific model and engine size, a new gasket to seal the new EGR valve to the engine, safety glasses to protect your eyes, a cleaner or solvent to clean the intake manifold, and a diagnostic scan tool to clear the check engine light. This one is optional, but I will say it is also necessary so you can really have peace of mind without the dash light scaring you. Place your vehicle in park and apply the emergency brake. Now open your car bonnet and locate the EGR valve. For most vehicles, it's usually located near the intake manifold, or you can consult your owner's manual or car repair manual to locate the EGR valve. Disconnect your battery and all electrical components, then allow them to fully discharge before you proceed. You now remove the old and damaged EGR valve by loosening the bolts and nuts that secure it to the intake manifold using your wrench. Please make sure to keep these fasteners you took out safe, because you might need to reuse them. Next, remove the old gasket. Take off the old gasket using a scraper or knife. Do this carefully, in order not to damage the intake manifold and other surrounding hoses and valves. When you have taken out the EGR valve, you have to then clean the intake manifold and surrounding area using the intake valve cleaner or solvent of your choice to get rid of any carbon buildup or debris that may have accumulated over time. Now install the new gasket. Install the new gasket, sliding it over the studs and bolts that secured the old valve. Securely attach the new EGR valve. Place the new EGR valve on the intake manifold and tighten the bolts and nuts that secure it to the manifold with the socket wrench. Tighten the bolts with the torque wrench until they reach the manufacturer's torque specs. Reconnect the battery cable and turn on your engine to make sure everything is working. If you notice any dashboard lights, use the diagnostic tool to clear the error codes and reset the vehicle's computer memory. And finally, take the vehicle out for a test drive. You want to look out for any abnormalities, such as exhaust noises or a recurring check engine light after you've cleared the code. And if there is none, then you have just successfully replaced your EGR valve. If you like videos like this, be sure to check out this other video here, where we talk about the symptoms of damaged or bad control arms. I'll see you in our next video.